Here's a startling fact. 87% of Americans over 65 believe their best days are behind them. But what if I told you that Harvard's groundbreaking 2024 longevity study followed 2,000 seniors for 5 years and discovered something that completely flips this belief on its head? The people who not only thrived but actually got stronger, sharper, and happier after 65 all shared 5 daily habits that most doctors never mention. I'm talking about real people like Maria Rodriguez from Phoenix, Arizona, who at 73 just completed her first triathlon, or Robert Chun from Seattle, who at 78 launched a tech startup that's now worth $2 million. These aren't genetic lottery winners or wealthy elites theory regular folks who cracked the code on what the researchers are calling the Vitality Protocol. Today, I'm going to share these 5 daily habits that separate the thrivers from the survivors after 65. And here's the thing: you don't need expensive supplements, fancy gym memberships, or a complete life overhaul. These are simple, practical actions that take less than 30 minutes total per day. Stick around because by the end of this video, you'll have the exact blueprint that could transform your next 20, 30, or even 40 years. The morning power window, your first 20 minutes set everything. Discovery 1. The cortisol reset ritual that reverses aging. Let me tell you about Dorothy Williams from Charleston, South Carolina. At 69, she was tired, foggy, and felt like her body was giving up on her. Her doctor suggested antidepressants, but Dorothy decided to try something else first. She started what sleep researchers at Johns Hopkins now call the 20-minute morning reset. Here's what happens in your body after 65. Your cortisol rhythm gets confused. Instead of the healthy morning spike that energizes you, many seniors have flat, chaotic cortisol patterns that leave them exhausted all day. But here's the breakthrough: you can retrain your cortisol in just 20 minutes each morning. Dorothy's routine was simple. 5 minutes of natural light exposure, even through a window counts. 10 minutes of gentle movement, just walking around her house. And 5 minutes of intentional breathing. Within 2 weeks, her energy returned. Within a month, her doctor was amazed at her blood work improvements. The science is clear. This 20-minute window programs your entire day. Your metabolism, your mood, your mental clarity, everything improves when you get this right. And here's the best part. You don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. or become a fitness fanatic. Just 20 minutes, preferably within an hour of waking up. The exact protocol. Step outside or sit by a window for 5 minutes. No sunglasses. Do any gentle movement for 10 minutes. Could be folding laundry. Then spend 5 minutes breathing deeply while thinking of 3 things you're grateful for. That's it. This simple routine has helped thousands of seniors reclaim their energy and vitality. The protein timing secret. Why when you eat matters more than what. Discovery 2. The 3-hour rule that builds muscle after 65. Here's something that'll shock you. After age 30, you lose 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every decade. But it accelerates dramatically after 65. The Mayo Clinic's 2024 research revealed that 40% of seniors are what they call sarcopenic. They've lost so much muscle that their independence is at risk. But here's where it gets interesting. Carlos Martinez from Tucson, Arizona, was heading down that path at 71. He could barely carry his groceries and needed help getting up from low chairs. His daughter was researching assisted living facilities. Then Carlos learned about something called protein timing from a nutritionist at the University of Arizona. Most seniors eat like this: light breakfast, light lunch, big dinner. But your muscles after 65 need protein every 3 to 4 hours to prevent breakdown. Carlos started eating 20 to 25 grams of protein 3 times a day, evenly spaced. Not protein powders or expensive supplements, just real food like Greek yogurt with nuts for breakfast, a turkey sandwich for lunch, and salmon with dinner. The transformation was remarkable. Within 3 months, Carlos was carrying his own groceries. Within 6 months, he was hiking trails he hadn't touched in years. His secret? He set alarms on his phone to remind him to eat protein every 3 to 4 hours. The practical application. Aim for your body weight in grams of protein daily, split into 3 meals. If you weigh 150 pounds, that's 50 grams of protein per day, about 17 grams per meal. A cup of Greek yogurt has 20 grams. 3 ounces of chicken has 25 grams. 2 eggs have 12 grams. It's easier than you think, and it could be the difference between independence and dependence in your 70s and 80s. The social connection algorithm. Your 2-touch daily minimum discovery 3. Why 2 meaningful interactions daily add 7 years to your life? The AARP's 2024 loneliness study found something terrifying. Social isolation after 65 is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day in terms of health impact. But here's what most people get wrong. It's not about having tons of friends or being a social butterfly. It's about consistent, meaningful contact. Meet Jamal Washington from Atlanta, Georgia. After his wife passed when he was 74, Jamal became a hermit. His adult children lived across the country, and he felt like a burden whenever he called. His health started declining rapidly: high blood pressure, depression, memory issues. His doctor was concerned about early dementia. Then Jamal discovered what researchers call the 2-touch protocol. Every single day, he committed to 2 meaningful social interactions. Not just how's the weather small talk, but real conversations where he either helped someone or learned something new. Jamal's first touch was joining the volunteer program at his local library, helping seniors learn technology. His second touch was a daily 10-minute phone call with a rotating list of family and friends. Some days he'd call his nephew in Denver. Other days he'd video chat with his granddaughter in Boston. The key was consistency: 2 touches, every single day. Within 6 months, Jamal's cognitive tests improved dramatically. His blood pressure normalized. He looked 10 years younger. But here's the real magic. He wasn't lonely anymore. He had purpose, connection, and joy again. Your 2-touch implementation. Touch 1 should involve helping or serving others, volunteering, mentoring, even helping a neighbor. Touch 2 should be personal connection, family call, coffee with a friend, even a meaningful conversation with a cashier. Make it non-negotiable. Your brain, your health, and your happiness depend on it. The 3-minute balance test. Your independence insurance policy discovery 4. The daily check that prevents 90% of serious falls. Here's a statistic that should terrify every senior. 1 in 4 Americans over 65 falls each year. Falls are the leading cause of injury death in this age group. But here's what's criminal: most falls are completely preventable with a simple 3-minute daily practice. Linda Peterson from Minneapolis, Minnesota, learned this the hard way. At 67, she fell in her kitchen and broke her hip. 6 months of recovery, thousands in medical bills, and worst of all, the constant fear of falling again. Her confidence was shattered. She started using a walker even though she didn't need one, just because she was scared. During physical therapy, Linda learned about something called daily balance training. Not complicated exercises or expensive equipment, just 3 minutes of intentional balance practice every day. The physical therapist explained that balance is like a muscle. Use it or lose it. Linda's routine became 1 minute of standing on one foot, holding a counter for safety, 1 minute of walking heel to toe in a straight line, and 1 minute of standing with feet together and eyes closed. Simple stuff, but it literally saved her life. 2 years later, at 69, Linda is hiking, dancing, and living without fear. She hasn't fallen since, and her balance is actually better than it was in her 50s. Her secret? Those daily 3-minute sessions became as automatic as brushing her teeth. The protocol: every morning after your protein breakfast, spend 3 minutes on balance. Start with 30 seconds on each foot. Hold something for safety. Practice walking a straight line, and challenge yourself with eyes closed standing. It's the best insurance policy you'll ever buy, and it's completely free. The evening brain reset. 10 minutes that add decades to your mind discovery 5. The nighttime ritual that prevents cognitive decline. Stanford's 2024 brain health study followed 1,500 seniors for 7 years and found something remarkable. The people who maintained sharp minds into their 80s and 90s all had one thing in common. It wasn't crossword puzzles or Sudoku. It wasn't expensive brain training apps. It was a 10-minute evening routine that literally cleaned their brains while they slept. This is the story of Dr. Eleanor Hoffman, a retired professor from Portland, Oregon. At 76, she was forgetting names, losing track of conversations, and worried she was developing Alzheimer's like her mother. But Dr. Hoffman had access to cutting-edge research about something called Glymphatic system activation. Your brain has a cleaning system that activates during deep sleep, washing out toxins and amyloid plaques associated with dementia. But after 65, this system becomes less efficient. The good news? You can supercharge it with a simple evening routine. Dr. Hoffman's protocol. 5 minutes of reading, real books, not screens, 3 minutes of gentle stretching or yoga, and 2 minutes of meditation or prayer. No screens for the hour before bed. No alcohol within 3 hours of sleep. Room temperature at 68 degrees or cooler. The results were dramatic. Within months, Dr. Hoffman's memory improved. Her focus sharpened. Sleep studies showed she was getting deeper, more restorative sleep than people half her age. At 79, she's sharper than most 50-year-olds and regularly beats her grandchildren at memory games. Your brain cleaning protocol. 1 hour before your target bedtime, shut off all screens. Spend 5 minutes reading, 3 minutes doing gentle stretches, and 2 minutes in quiet reflection. Keep your bedroom cool and dark. This routine doesn't just improve your sleep, it literally cleanses your brain and could be your best defense against cognitive decline. The compound effect. How these 5 habits create unstoppable momentum. Here's what the Harvard researchers discovered that changes everything. These 5 habits don't just add up, they multiply each other's effects. When you combine the morning cortisol reset with proper protein timing, your energy soars. Add in social connection and daily balance practice, and your confidence skyrockets. Top it off with the brain-cleaning evening routine, and you become virtually unstoppable. The people in the study who practiced all 5 habits didn't just age well, they actually got better with age. At 75, they had more energy than they did at 65. At 80, they were sharper than they were at 70. They weren't just surviving, they were thriving. Your 30-day unstoppable challenge. Here's your action plan. Pick one habit and do it for 1 week. Just one. Master it until it feels automatic. Then add the second habit in week 2. By week 5, you'll have all 5 habits running on autopilot. Week 1. Morning 20-minute reset. Week 2. Add protein timing. Week 3. Add social 2-touch protocol. Week 4. Add 3-minute balance practice. Week 5. Add evening brain reset. Conclusion. Remember Maria, Robert, Dorothy, Carlos, Jamal, Linda, and Dr. Hoffman? They're not special. They're not genetic anomalies. They're regular people who discovered that aging isn't about declining, it's about adaptation. These 5 daily habits are your adaptation strategy. You have a choice right now. You can continue on the path that 87% of seniors take, accepting decline as inevitable. Or you can join the 13% who get stronger, sharper, and happier with age. The 5 habits are simple. The science is proven. The only question is, which path will you choose? If this resonates with you, try just one habit tomorrow morning. Start with the 20-minute reset. Feel the difference in your energy, your mood, your entire day. Then come back and tell me about it in the comments. Your success story could inspire thousands of others to reclaim their vitality. And if you found this valuable, subscribe and turn on notifications, because I'm sharing more breakthrough research that could transform your health, your relationships, and your life after 65. Remember, your best days aren't behind you, they're waiting for you to claim them.